Welcome to Crimson Nail. Today I'm going to show you how to make this quick and simple crustless quiche. Now this is a Hillshire Farm recipe modified just a bit. You will need 8 eggs, the Hillshire Farm beef smoked sausage, cheddar cheese, and salt and pepper. So really, you don't need a whole lot of ingredients to put this dish together. Your first step is going to be to slice the sausage into pieces. I do like to slice mine into relatively small pieces so that the sausage is evenly distributed throughout the casserole. Now this is a perfect dish for Christmas morning breakfast, but really it's perfect for any morning, especially if you're doing a brunch or you're entertaining. And the nice part about it, what makes it so perfect, is that you can actually prep it up to a point ahead of time, and then all you have to do is pop it into the oven the morning that you want to serve it. So for instance, you can make the dish Christmas Eve early in the day and have it ready to go Christmas morning, pop it in the oven, and be unwrapping your presents while breakfast is cooking. So I'm just wrapping up, slicing the last bit of sausage here. And then my next step will be to grate the cheese. So I will go ahead and just set this off to the side. Now this cheese grater was an Amazon find, and I absolutely love it. It makes grating cheese super simple, and it's a huge time saver. And I am grating up quite a bit of cheese because the dish requires quite a bit of cheese, and whatever I don't use for this dish, I'll just store in the fridge for something else I cook. So now that I have the cheese grated and the sausage sliced, it's time to come back to the eggs. And the first step is to just slightly whisk them so that the egg whites and the yolks are incorporated together. Then you're going to add your salt and your pepper. Now the recipe also calls for dry mustard, which is what technically would make it a quiche, but that is an ingredient that I omit. And then it's time to add the heavy cream. Now, I showed you in the beginning a different brand than I'm showing you here. The Dairy Gold is the brand I prefer to use and is the one I found works the best for this. But the day I was making it, I couldn't find any Dairy Gold, so the Great Value brand it was. So now you're just going to mix in the heavy cream. And you're going to want to make sure it's mixed really well, but you don't want to beat it basically, because it is heavy cream and you don't want the cream consistency to start turning into whipping cream essentially, if that makes any sense. Then you're going to add in the cheese, and it's a pretty decent sized handful for me, but my hands are small, so for some of you, you may not basically grab like a heaping handful. But it also depends on your preference as far as how much cheese you like. Once you make it the first time, you'll really be able to determine that. At least that's how it worked for me. And last but not least, it's time to add in the sausage. And then stir it all together one final time before pouring it into a pre-greased casserole dish. Now I am using a Pyrex dish because I found that a glass dish works the best. And once I pour it in, you will see I kind of spread the sausage out and the cheese to make sure that it's evenly distributed throughout the casserole. So now that it's all spread out, it's time to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees. And I'm going to let it cook for 30 minutes before checking on it. Now, if you were making this in advance, you would basically stop before this baking point and go ahead and put it in the fridge. So 30 minutes in, this is what it looks like, but I do like it just a bit doner, so I'm going to cook it for another 10 minutes. Now that it's been in for about 40 minutes, it's time to add another layer of cheese to the top. Then I'm going to pop it back in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. At the very end, I am going to turn my broiler on because I do like to have the cheese a bit browned. And I was kind of in a rush here to get the dish filmed so that I could go ahead and eat because it was really late at night. So I would have technically broiled it for just a bit longer, but this is how it looks in the end. And now all that's left to do is serve a piece. Now I will say that it comes out of the dish best if you let it cool just a bit. But like I said, I was hungry that night, so I didn't let it cool quite long enough. And I did struggle a bit to get it out in one piece. But in the end, I was successful. And I do typically serve it with fried potatoes. Keep an eye out. I will be sharing how I make my fried potatoes in a video coming very soon.